Alright, so I'm out here in the back field doing some planting some tomatoes and some peppers. Anyways, that's not what this video is about anyways. HR from Papa John's calls me. I've left him 2 messages because they're wanting me to sign an arbitration agreement at work, stating that I cannot take Papa John's to court, that we have to go through arbitration, and that I'm giving up my 6th Amendment right to a judge or to a jury in order to work for Papa John's. Now, I've worked for Papa John's since 2001. Okay, it's 2018. I was 19 years old when I started for them. Worked my way up through the company. Was a GM for almost 10 years before I decided to take a step down and do some farming, follow my dream. Well, I talked to him, he calls, and I told him I want to talk to him about the arbitration agreement, on how I don't think it's right that the company's trying to make me give up my 6th Amendment right to a jury in order to work for them. His response is, well, that's the direction our company is going, that we are making you have to sign, not making you have to sign this arbitration agreement to be able to work for the company. He says it's a better deal as far as cheaper for the company and for the employee, which is not true. I've done my research on that. And most employees aren't going to be able to come up with the 10, 20, 30 grand up front to be able to do an arbitration, so it's not going to go to arbitration in the first place. The companies have no problem coming up with that money. The employees will definitely have a problem, especially since Papa John's barely pays their employees over minimum wage, or they pay them with a title, or they pay them under minimum wage, like delivery drivers, for instance, and make you guys, the customers, make up the delivery drivers' wages through tips. So, yeah, if you can't tell, I'm a little heated after that conversation with him. They already take away our 2nd Amendment right to be able to work for them. We can't bear arms while we work for Papa John's. As a delivery driver, they can search my car whenever they want, so they infringe on my 4th Amendment right. Now they're making me give up my 6th Amendment right to a jury. All for what? For profit? For the company. This is what our country has come to. Not just this company. Like he said on the phone, most companies are going to this. It's sad. It's really sad, guys, that companies are making us give up what basic rights were given to us by the United States. What little rights we do have, our companies take away. Oh yeah, well, privileged Americans, we have so many rights. You're right, I agree. Compared to the rest of the world, we do. But we're not there. We're not to the point where humanity's supposed to be. There's no way in hell we are. America is not the end. Trust me. There is definitely improvements to be done. Oh, man. Alright, so that was a rant about arbitration agreement. That guy. And I asked him, I was like, so you're okay with giving up your rights to be able to work for this company? He said, yeah, he's fine with it. He doesn't have any problem with it. People don't understand that this arbitration agreement isn't a good thing for the employees, okay? You've got to come up with the money up front. You don't have a jury. You have an arbitrator, which is usually either a retired judge or a lawyer that does the arbitration. And they need to be paid before the arbitration starts. Okay? And the arbitrator pretty much makes the decision for everybody. They're the judge, they're the jury. They bring down the sentence, they give the fines. They're all that. Instead of your right to a jury, no, there's one person that is usually picked off a list of people that your company has. So your company's probably picking the arbitrator, if I had to guess, which happens most of the time. And get this, the companies win over 15% more in arbitration than they do in courts. Of course, why would they not want to go to arbitration, right? They're going to win 15% more. It doesn't cost them as much. Most of the employees aren't going to go to arbitration anyways because it costs too much for the employee that they're paying minimum wage or less than minimum wage. So yeah, it's kind of funny. We used to have I thought we had a pretty good company. We had core values in this company, which I know are just bullshit now. For 100%, I've known it for a while, but 100% bullshit. Company doesn't have core values. Papa, people are priority always. Bull. Profit is priority always, not people. American companies should be ashamed of yourself. Should be ashamed. Alright, it's time to get out of this funk. Because we got some planting to do. Look at this garden, baby. Look at this. Grow my own food. Later.